running down to save the day and help and save my babies.
Well, so we left last week on that very dramatic moment. The question is, in absence of the knowledge of this, asking you to be advanced role players here, what would your characters be doing at this time of day?
What time is it actually specifically?
I'm sorry?
What time is it specifically? Because I have a few things of where he would be at depending on the time of day.
So, let me finish getting my notes up, because usually I sneak out of work about half an hour early on Wednesdays, and so I'm not ready at all.
Here? Because I actually might have an argument that I would be there with them, or coming to them, because I fashioned myself to be the high priest of Asmodeus in this location, and it is my sacred duty, or unholy duty, to lead worship of Asmodeus, especially when one of them worships them.
I certainly hope that doesn't mean that all of them would be coming for regular prayer, because I didn't stat all of them.
I mean, we might have. I think I would do worship in the morning and then lead worships whenever, like, some of the smaller groups wanted to do it.
Tom, I would like to point out that sacred is a valid word to use.
I would try to force everyone into religion if I could.
Tom, I would like to point out that sacred is actually an appropriate word to use in that situation, because it just means connected to a god.
Okay, I just was checking. Considering the argument of the Asmodeus and Mitrin shipping that we had last week, I think I can make the argument that I would totally be leading services here.
So it would be about 3.5 hours after sunset.
Yeah, I could see myself leading a late night service, because we have time before the
I could see you being on your way to lead a service.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Would you kindly roll me 2d6? All right. That's how many rounds it will be until Gorin arrives.
Oh, God.
I know exactly where Darren would be, and that would be at his desk.
Why don't you go ahead and put Dern at your desk? And then Aurum can put Razor where Razor would be. Or is Aurum connected? Aurum is not connected.
Oh, he's on my computer because his computer can't get on Roll20. So we're using mine for both.
Or it can't actually.
Oh, sorry, Maptool.
He has all my stats.
Yeah, he's sitting with me. We have his stats up on my phone.
Okay, well then Tom can put Razor where Razor would be.
I'd probably be patrolling the grounds for all last patrol at night.
Okay, so you'd be downstairs then?
I'd be downstairs checking all the defenses, because that's what I'm there for.
Okay.
Okay, so down on floor 1?
Floor 1?
Yeah, the cave one.
He'd be in the caves.
Okay, so you're down in the basement.
Yep. I figure you probably work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't think we need to worry about anyone but Terowin and Maria, the best girls. Pidgey, the best girl. And our wonderful friends Bethaniel and Darius. For the sake of those watching at home who might not have been here last week, do you want to recap what happened?
We started the ritual.
Oh, yep. We had a party of adventurers come.
They died.
We got a priestess.
We had 2 rounds.
We have a priestess of Mitra, who I am threatening to murder should Tom's character convert it.
I am attempting to convert her, and we started to ship Asmodeus with Mitra.
Which has really got Razor interested in religion.
And makes Darren very interested in the barrel of his own gun.
So I'm totally hoping the big bad of the end of the series, at the very end, like the final fight, is a holy priest of Mitra. So I can totally ask them, as we're fighting to the death, wielding the full power of our gods. So, do you ship Mitra and Asmodeus?
What would
And they will call you Smursh.
And then the reason I die is not because they kill me, but because Asmodeus decides to take away my powers.
what if he ships him?
Because he can't let anyone know about his secret love triangle with them. But then when I get down to Nethys, after I get killed, he totally gives me a high five and a good pass to becoming a pit lord.
Are you stream striping, Tom?
No?
Oh, orphan touching.
Wait, what? I am not stream sniping.
There's a new. While you were rambling, I was checking users in chat, and there's a new name that I don't recognize, and
Orphan touching.
it looked like the sort of name you might come up with.
No, I'm not. I just have our map tool up.
I hope El Orphan Toucher is touching of age orphans, and that they are consenting, and under those conditions, good people who want to be touched should be touched, and if not, reconsider your life choices. You're not an evil character in this game, I hope.
What's the worst that can happen?
There should be no touching 6 feet apart.
Well, I mean, it depends on what country, on where El Orphan Toucher is. If El Orphan Toucher's in Wuhan, they've earned it. They've fixed their shit. Let them have their pool parties.
No touching in America. We are idiots.
So, now that I've gotten El Orphan Toucher to give me a response, I am now going to never look at the chat again because I have too many things open on my screen. Sorry.
Fucking, what kind of idiot is waiting for a test for a potentially deadly virus and says, you know, it's a good idea going on an airplane?
That's what happened to me.
I hope you have the negative. I hope you have the negative, but like, I'm sure you've seen the, oh no, new deadly contagious strain in Malaysia news, right?
No.
You know what isn't new about that strain?
What?
It being in the US, because that's the strain we got here, is the most contagious one. So I am hopeful your test is negative. Ugh. Ugh. The Rona is no fun. Don't get the Rona.
Won't get Rona.
So yeah.
Unless it's the beer. Then possibly get that if you like the Corona beer.
Don't get the Rona even if it's the beer, because the beer is bad.
I mean, everyone has taste. It's just some have bad taste.
I don't know. I don't think you can drink Corona if you have a sense of taste. I think
They just need to survive. Come on, babies. You can survive for 8 rounds, right?
Yeah.
8 rounds.
So do you just want to confirm you have the Google Doc with their stats? Because I know I've gotten these two statted out. And Pidgey is statted out.
Okay, 2 level 3s against unknown enemies. You have to survive 8 rounds at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Actually, probably 9, because you arrive on the 8th round.
Yes.
Murderous Command.
So... yeah. As they're preparing for your arrival for the evening ritual and praise to Asmodeus, there is a sound, and they turn to see these 2 dogs. And there is indeed initiative. Who wants to take over who? We have 3 here. We've got our Ranger Fighter Terrowin, our Cleric Enchantress Maria, and our Pigeon Pidgey.
I'll take Maria.
Why is one of them controlling the pigeon?
One of you can have the animal companion.
I will take Pidgey.
Emil.
I guess I'm gonna take it Terwin.
So, go ahead and find the appropriate character's stats in the book and give your initiatives. Who are you doing, Mal? You're doing Terwin?
Yes.
Who is that for, Tom?
That's Maria.
Okay.
She has so little HP.
Check her
She's
con.
She's a wizard cleric. What are you talking about?
She's a wizard cleric with like 5 con.
Yeah. What do you mean HP? That doesn't exist.
Well, I know what spell I'm casting first.
So, do we have our initiative for Pidgey? Or Pidgey goes right after Carowin, that's right?
Yep.
Right. So, as Bethiel slides out of the darkness,
Oh, reckoning.
Bethiel, as Bethiel slides out from the darkness, the light within the room begins to dapple and shimmer across the room. Terwin and Maria need to make will saves.
It'll say +4 to that.
+6.
Okay, neither of them are fascinated.
That's good.
And that is all that Bethaniel can do.
Cool. Terwin is going to 5-foot shift back and shoot her with his longbow.
I just want to say real quick, I would have told all of them that if there's trouble or danger, call on the skeletons, run and tell them that you're in trouble. The skeletons are meant to respond to danger if they hear it.
For your note, for Mal's information, as Mal decides what Terwin would do, I should note Mal's personality is he is a fervent worshiper of Asmodeus, always there to help others, only talks very loudly, and will never turn down a duel.
Oh. Does this... I don't know what that means.
Those are your character traits, so you can play it in character.
Yes.
One sec.
And I'll shoot Maria. So here's I'm just putting into the chat. There's Maria. And Terwin should update those because those were generated separate to the other bit. There we go. So, I mean, I'm assuming Terwin did the fire of the bow?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay, so an 18 towards Bethaniel will strike Bethaniel square in the chest and snap the arrow.
They have DR.
No, natural armor.
Oh.
It didn't hit.
It did not hit. And now, who's Pidgey?
It's me. I am going to fly off and try to find help.
That is a good decision for Pidgey.
Tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet, motherfucker!
Full round fly. You can fly 80 feet, so 80, 160, 240, 320 feet.
Okay. I will go ahead and add the skeletons to the end of the initiative.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Chirp, chirp!
Chirp, chirp, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
I'm a useful bird.
As this smaller creature says nothing because they can't speak, and launches in towards Maria in an attempt to bite.
Nope, nope, nope. Bad touch, bad touch. That hits.
Okay. And
Jesus.
Maria is flat-footed currently, correct?
Yes.
For 33 points of damage.
I think she is dead. She's just dead.
And she has
16 HP.
She has how much HP?
16.
Oof.
9 con.
So yeah, the wolf leaps at Maria and rips her throat out.
Elastic.
And the skeletons
All would begin moving towards the sound of fighting.
you have control of them.
Around move. Oh. He can see. Archer Skeleton 67 will take a shot with its bow at Darius Dandre.
Okay. Not Darius, Darius.
I shall be right back.
And will go wide.
This one will go up and take another shot too. Full round move for the skeletons.
Those skeletons are outside of the range presently. These two still are. That was, if you want them involved, that was an 80-foot move. That was an 80-foot movement to get to where they are.
Okay. So let's stop there.
Okay.
Yep, all the skeletons who can do an action have taken their turn now.
Yes. Nathaniel will see the skeletons, see Terwin, see Maria, and into Terwin's mind, a woman's voice will speak. Repent, or suffer the same fate. And then she'll furrow her brow at the realization that she can't plane shift.
That she...
Terwin.
Terwin, get out of here.
Oh no, has Mal been assaulted by children again?
He might have. God, come on, Burb, get to me. My children.
Tweet!
Because I know what's going to happen if Goran finds out about this and gets here while they're still here.
You are en route.
Goran's going to go full round sprint. Dead sprint. Using his swift actions to prepare himself.
It really sucks.
Shall we just say
was that a meat spell, by the way?
it was not a spell by a matron cleric, no.
Okay. I wasn't sure they might be creatures of Mitra.
They are not clerics of Mitra. Good thinking. Not in this particular situation.
Soon.
So, so you can go ahead and take over Terrawin because Matt is
Okay.
out. Okay. Terrawin is running. Pidgey is flying at Pidgey's speed. I was under the impression that Pidgey was flying to find Goran.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at this speed, Pidgey will meet Goran next round.
I am also calling out as I'm flying. Would that alert anyone?
If you're going to get Goran at this point, you have left the range where you would meet anyone meaningful. Because to get Goran would have gone that way.
Yeah, I just didn't bother moving him after the first 80 feet.
Yep. So, Darius silently will run towards the skeleton, leaping upon it.
Each roll a 1. That does not hit because they're shields.
Wait, was that a 1? That was almost a 1.
Yes.
And it narrowly gets its shield up and blocks it.
Leaving it the sword skeleton.
That's a high AC skeleton.
I beefed up my soldier skeletons. They have a 22 AC, but they don't do much. They're just kind of meat shields, really. But there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they're just there for the action economy.
And king.
Yeah, which is part of the action economy.
Unfortunately, the sword does not get off the thick armor-like hide of this moondog. And we have archer skeleton time.
Yep. I'm just gonna move them so they can all get the shot.
Okay. Yeah, I do it all the time. Pew pew. And none of them hit.
They can only hit on a nat 20.
Nathaniel, furrowing her brow, decides that it is time, does a thing that you cannot be aware of, drops to all fours, and takes the attacks of opportunity. And there we go. Can get that far in a 4-round run.
Oh, did she hit the trap?
No, because she is aware of it.
Okay.
They already encountered that on the way in. I remember making all these rolls. I'm like, what are those numbers in my notes? Oh yeah, that's when they were looking for that trap on the way in. I remember now. Terowin.
Shift and fire at Darus, calling out for help as loud as she can.
Yeah. Terowin, the NPC with the most confused pronouns. Then Pidgey encounters Gorin, who's on his, calm way up. Gorin, what's your run? Gorin, what's your run modifier?
I move 120 feet.
Okay, and your normal speed is? What's your normal speed?
30 feet. Not running.
So it is a times 4. So.
Yep.
That means you would be 5 rounds out at normal speed, so you will arrive at the end of next round.
Let me double check my spells real quick. I can swift action long strider. It gives me plus 15 feet, I believe.
That would let you arrive on an initiative next round.
Yeah, so I will swift action long strider and start sprinting.
Okay. Darius is also going to take all of the attacks of opportunity.
I mean, they can hit. I'll go for it, though. They all these 19s.
Well, we have our skeletons and Terowin.
She's probably going to sprint over here and just try to check on Maria.
Maria. Now throatless.
Oh, these poor innocent cinnamon rolls do not know what they have unleashed.
So would you roll initiative for Gorin?
Sure.
Put Gorin where Gorin will be appearing. So, Nathaniel. So, as we're coming into this round, Gorin is ripping up Pidgey behind, going, oh shit, they're under attack. Just in time to see this entity paw the way out and look down the stairs at you.
And I have my weapon out. I have a giant glowing weapon of death.
And as she sees you, she bays a deep, throaty howl. Like Hounds of the Baskervilles howl.
Mm-hmm.
Would you kindly make a will save, Gorin? Is Gorin immune to fear?
I rolled the wrong thing.
Ah.
My bad. Sorry. I saw the wrong one.
Well, do the modifier. We'll keep the roll of 3 and change the modifier.
No, I do not believe I'm immune to fear. Let me check, though.
What's your correct modifier?
13.
Okay. So yeah, that still does not make it.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Was the first action that the priest thing do a spell?
They are not priests of Mitra.
Gotcha.
I asked that already.
And that was not a spell.
Gotcha.
They have not.
I was away, so I did not know.
They have not used any spells.
Cool, because I wouldn't have alerted Darren since he's in the sanctuary.
Yes.
If I am affected by fear, let me see. Checking all of my abilities because sometimes we do get stuff for that.
Yes. That's why I asked. I expected this to be the sort of thing that you would be like, oh, of course not. I also expected you to make that save. Ooh.
Can I jump over to the priest real quick?
Beth, Darius, you're having a beautiful first impression. What's that laugh?
Oh, tell him again.
Give me 1 sec, Ghost Guy. I need to check to see if I'm afraid of you or not.
Let's just say if you are not, you are now panicked.
Bro just like holds up a finger, like just like rifling through notes. Fear, 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 fear.
Yes,
I would be right now.
Affected by fear?
I cannot be affected by fear for the next 8 rounds.
Ooh.
For my basic set of spells I would start casting immediately. That's the first one I always use.
So here's the thing. You can only arrive in here this round if you used your swift action to cast Longstrider and did a full round run.
I would have started casting spells
when I
start heading up here.
Then you cannot be here this point.
Can I use my swift action to cast it now then?
You can use your swift action on your turn. So the end consequence of that is for the next 12 rounds, you are panicked.
Can I swift action to use this? Get rid of the fear?
A panicked creature must drop anything it holds and flee at top speed from the source of its fear, as well as any other dangers it encounters along a random path. It cannot take other actions.
What?
Fuck. This is why I ward against fear.
Yes. In this particular case, Goran prioritized getting there over protecting himself, and as a result, for very possibly the first time in months, Goran feels absolute terror.
My bird is not afraid.
I can't make any...
There's no... The combat is essentially done at this point, and now we're into the Goran at flight, because I mean, okay, it's not technically over. Pidgey can attempt to fight the creatures.
No.
But my bull is not afraid. Tweet, tweet.
Can Bird do anything to try to break the fear?
No. Fear is a powerful spell. And
if anything, the bird attempting anything wouldn't look like a danger.
Yeah. So
I got nothing.
These two are going to be gone. I want to kind of switch it into more of a narrative moment, because don't worry, they'll be back. As Goran flees for the next few minutes into the jungle in an absolute panic and comes back to Goran's senses. How does Goran feel?
Absolutely fucking murderous.
Livid.
And by the time Gorin arrives, the rest of our friendly band of Asmodean worshippers, which would be not you, yours on Cthulhu. I'm trying to remember who all else actually worships Asmodeus, or one of the devils. Asher. It's Asher, and it's Thomas. So they'll have probably arrived by the time you're back. Does Durin attend his brother's evening prayers?
Probably just to keep him content.
Right. Do you have Mobrol attend? Mobrol won't if he's not made to.
I won't make him.
So yeah. So before we get to Gorin coming back in a rage, Dern, how do you normally get to these? Do you like go down to the cave and go up? Do you use the teleporters?
Probably the secret door.
Secret door on the first floor?
Isn't this a secret door right here?
There is not a secret door on the second floor. There's a secret door on the first floor, but not on the second.
Go to second floor. Go to first floor. Use teleport throne to teleport into the cathedral.
So you will teleport into the cathedral to see Terowin, Asher, and Thomas. Well, Thomas is an asshole, so Thomas is going to be leaning a little bit further back, just kind of, interesting. But, Terowin and Asher holding the gruesomely dead body of the cleric Maria Hillis. Her throat completely torn out by some monstrous jaw. Poor distraught.
I'll be immediately rushing over with my gun drawn, going, what happened?
Terowin goes, they just appeared from the shadows. They just came. They weren't here, and then they were, and there were lights, all sorts of lights, and one of them ripped her throat out, and then Pidgey went to go get Gorin, and the skeletons arrived and they fled. But she's dead. She's dead. And this would be about the time that Gorin gets to arrive.
Full on, crackling of doom.
With the bird perched on his head.
Yes. And this also raises the question of what would where would your character be attending these?
After this discussion last week, yes, I want to know more about the shipping of Asmodeus and Mitra.
So before Gorin gets here, we're gonna back Gorin up again and get Razor's arrival. So it'll be Dern arrives, then Razor, then Gorin. As Razor is coming up the stairs towards the temple and sees essentially a bunch of skeletons out of their position and, hears Dern going, "What happened?" from within.
Okay, what did happen? Is anyone going to clue me in here on this? Oh, God. That's what happened.
Yeah. And Razor gets there for the tail end of Terowin's little explanation.
I am going to turn and yell at the skeletons to go back to their post, guard every entrance. We need to make sure that we need to make sure that this place is searched so they're not still here too.
Gorin, do your skeletons obey?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's where they were.
Yeah.
Okay. So Goran, as you're coming up here raging, you can see your skeletons walking back to position.
Crackling fire and brimstone as he just marches in. What the fuck happened?
And you see Terwin and Dern and Asher around Maria's lifeless body.
We have a lot of detect spells.
So they have chosen death.
Well, yeah, Maria's death. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, no. Goran is just like twitching and seething with rage.
Do I have any detect spells? Or anything that can help me find them?
Not find them right now. We can catch them if they come.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no. Goran is Goran be fucking pissed. And he's just looking at everyone. It's like, how did they get in? Does anyone know?
And Terwin repeats that they just apparently appeared out of nowhere, like they were stepping out of the shadows.
Well, I couldn't have teleported him.
And Terwin also mentions that the taller, more humanoid one looked like she was trying to do something and then looked concerned when it didn't work.
I'm going to find these things, and I'm going to make them die very, very slowly, and I'm going to make them regret every moment of this.
Can Dern have Terwin describe what they look like?
Terwin will gladly describe what they looked like.
Is there any knowledge checks I can make on this?
This would be knowledge planes. These are extraplanar good.
Extraplanar good. They're not celestials.
That is what a celestial is.
Alright, so they are good celestials.
Yes. You think they might be moondogs. And that's something potentially concerning.
What do moondogs do?
Well, number one, they tend to be defenders of locations against corruption. They are very independent. They tend to deny authority. And they are immune to fear. They have hides that are said to be so thick that not but the most wicked and corrupt blade may pierce them. They are said to be just, if not completely immune to, at least very resistant to magic. They have a deadly bite. Their howl strikes utter terror into the wicked. And some say that they can even control light itself to dazzle and cloud the minds of evildoers. It's also said that their lick can heal all wounds. and cure all diseases.
Break them.
Broken. I'm gonna start putting alarms at every entrance, and then in all the big rooms, like the worship room, our room up top, and the what was that one room? The room with the statue trap that makes you fly off the balcony?
The main temple where I have 7 skeletons.
Yeah.
3-5.
All right.
And you can have those specific, and since we know what they are, you can have those specifically set to only go off for Moondogs.
Yep. So yeah, Ezra, Hexer, Vexer, you guys are gonna be getting to fucking work and guarding this place now, because this ain't happening again.
Where do you wish them to be stationed for their guarding?
Don't forget your Minotaur.
Minotaur's usually with me, or it's guarding it. My Minotaur's usually guarding down here. So I think we have the first floor covered very well with us.
Yeah, we have
My Minotaur, my
Artifice.
Bleeding Whore, and Artrifice are both guarding that.
Yeah.
Plus we got Morbus there.
I think we can have
Maybe.
Hector
Alright.
or Vector be here, and the other one be actually in the temple, because that way, Ezra basically has like the 3rd floor down pat.
Yeah, so Ezra and his raids guard the 3rd floor. Hexer and Vexer are gonna guard the 2nd floor.
You should have control over their tokens, so you can put them where you want them to be guarding. Vexer is slightly uncomfortable with being in a temple to Asmodeus, but he is tolerable. He's just one of those, oh, this guy. Well, fine, I guess, if you want. Like, Vexer would go stand over here instead of in the actual area. Like, okay. So we've got Hexer and Vexer there.
Ezra's going to be patrolling the 3rd floor. And we've got my Bleeding Whore and Artrifice guarding the 1st, along with Morbro's probably down there too.
I don't know how good Mordor's going to do in combat, though.
He's a level 6 though, so...
That is true.
Bleeding Whore will probably be guarding in here. He'll hold the door in case anything comes up here, comes up the staircase. It can guard the entrance while people
That's a secret
retreat.
staircase.
Yeah, it's our way up for the 1st. So it guards this area so everyone can evacuate here. Guard the secret staircase in case anyone comes out there. Keep its eyes on everything at all times, watching this whole room.
Well,
All right.
they're going to be put onto alarm now.
You can probably get the alarm spell set up in like a day.
Yeah.
You just have to use some of your higher spell slots, but you can get every entrance you want. It's probably your level 1s. So one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna be. I don't think we need anyone really to watch the bottom floor, really.
I have a single alarm down there.
Yeah, on the entrance.
But that's it.
So all the main entrances are gonna be warded. The staircase will be warded, and I think that's all the alarms you need.
How far does an alarm reach?
It goes to you.
Yep.
No, how big? Because one of
It would be enough to cover one.
It's a 20-foot radius emanating centered on a point in space.
Yes.
So you could have it suspended in midair and be a 20-foot bubble.
Yes.
Oh, how tall are the ceilings?
Not 20 feet.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
So, would one bubble cover multiple
Yes.
floors?
No, it would just cover. It would cover just this one.
Okay.
So, like, this is about a 10-foot by 10-foot cross section, or 10 by 15 cross section at the entrances to these hallways. So, they're vaulted roofs. It's very spacious, but it's not so big you can't just shove an alarm in the entrance. But, like, if you threw an alarm here, it would only go out around, like, the area in between those central tables.
So you focus the alarms on the choke points.
So yeah, an alarm at every entrance, and then the entrance to the little worship room, and probably the stairs to our the big altar room at the very top.
Okay. Do you want to put that one above the first floor entrance?
Probably yes.
Yeah. Because that stairway goes from the caverns up to the sanctuary with a secret entrance on the first floor.
But we probably went on the first floor then.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is 8 times 2? That's 16, right?
Yes.
So you would have to keep those up for 16 hours, by the way. They last two hours per level.
Yeah, he's going to basically keep casting them.
Yeah. Essentially, you have to go through every morning and cast all those, and then every evening before bed.
Yep.
So we're dedicating your entire level 1 spell slots of your wizard.
As long as I get 8 hours of rest, I can still restore them in the middle of the day.
Sure. You're still dedicating basically your entire first level spell slot for that, which is fine. You don't,
because I have first level arcana spells as well.
Yeah, that's why I said first level spells are going to be dedicated to alarm.
I am perfectly fine with that. Okay. Because it just means that the second they go off, I can dimension door and.
Can you carry someone with dimension door?
Am I able to carry someone with dimension door?
I can look that up.
I do not believe so.
I don't think so.
But what you can do is dimension door. Ooh. So, have you attempted to
touched
dimension
objects or other touched willing creatures?
Have you attempted to dimension door in the Citadel?
Oh, we would have told him though. He can't do it within the Citadel.
You might not be able to do. No, we know that we can't do it in and out, but we don't know if we can do it in.
Since you started the ritual, you cannot do it in. The only movement within the horn right now that seems to function teleportation-wise is the throne.
We have to use the thrones to teleport.
Yes.
So basically, I'm thinking right now, I'm going to be staying near one of the thrones at all times.
At all
and
times?
You
aren't you running the rituals 3 times a day?
Huh?
Tom said at all times. Isn't Tom running those rituals 3 times a day?
Except for the ritual times.
Okay.
Isn't there a throne up there?
There's 3-hour-long periods each day when you're not by a throne.
Yeah, there's 3 hours in each day where I'm not basically waiting near a throne. I'm figuring.
Well, then I'll won't know because we're all up there.
Well, yeah, no, you have the alarms. You message me. You tell me.
Do I have message?
Yes, you can prepare it. You have the spell. I just don't have it prepared right now.
That being said, message can be blocked by stones if they're thick enough.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to point out for Orem's future note, you may bring 1 willing medium creature or its equivalent per 3 caster levels for Dimension Door.
Is Orem going to hang out with Goran and you're all going to just jump off the tower and Dimension Door?
Can we do that?
I hope nothing stops that Dimension Door from working.
I mean, if that happens, I have Featherfall.
Yeah, it's fine. This is a very silly image in my head of our Kitsune friend going, "There's an alarm!" grabbing the kobold and jumping off a cliff.
It'll be fine.
It's only 20d6 damage if it screws up.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm almost always in the fucking sanctum and have Featherfall.
So... Oh, that's right. That reminded me of something. Would Goran and Dern make will saves, please?
Will saves?
Yeah. For sleeping in the sanctum.
Oh.
I don't make will save because I'm okay, aren't I?
This is a different thing.
This is bad for me. I don't have a good will save.
Yeah, Dern, last week or so, you've been starting to have horrible nightmares of, like, creatures slowly starving to death and eating themselves.
Neat.
Yeah. You think it may not be a wise idea to keep your bedroom up there because those dreams are getting more and more vivid and are beginning to interfere with your sleep. But it's up to you whether or not Dern feels that that's a worthwhile thing.
Might be a good idea to move down to a different floor.
Go down to the first floor with everyone else.
Yeah, I could sit. I have my bedroom up in the blacksmith shop, third area.
Sure. I-20?
Yeah, 22. Or no, if you have 20 works, because that way I can have just a room. Or I could just take fucking torture guy's old room because he's dead. He doesn't need it.
That's true. You can take 21.
Yeah.
Just leave all your furniture up there in the sanctum for office work.
Yeah. Because when I'm awake, I'm probably going to be in the sanctum.
Yes. With the constant whispers.
That'll be fine.
All right. So, what actions do you want to have happen during week 5?
Lots of alarm spells.
No, I think he means for
our guys.
Yes.
our knees.
We had to send someone to go get. Oh no, we still have food for Ezra. We're okay there.
Yeah, we have 6 weeks, 6 days worth of food.
What's your name? Marie?
Send some. I could, or I could just reanimate the bodies that we got from the adventurers.
But it's Maria.
We're gonna reanimate Maria.
I might. I have her body stored in the body room.
The body room.
The room with the minotaur that keeps things preserved.
Yep. And same with the adventurer bodies too that we got.
Okay. Do we still have their corpses? Or did I get rid of them?
You got rid of them.
I got rid of them.
That's fine. I'm not going to do anything with them right now.
They all go in the body.
I think guard duty right now.
So everyone's going to be on guard?
Or is there anything we want to do? Oh, wasn't there something we want to do? Wasn't it like lay low or something?
You already laid it
Get the way.
That's right.
Yes, you already did that and got up to 0.
Can you not? Question: can you lie low to get a +1 or no?
No. All of those.
Lay lowing is just for getting rid of negatives, not getting to positive.
Yep, all of those take an action, recover things only go to 0.
Gotcha.
Let's. Is there any place we want to fortify?
Yeah, how they got it.
Probably snuck through a door.
Yeah, they probably just sneak because they can't teleport in.
We don't know that. We only saw them come out of the shadows.
You know that they can't teleport in.
I think I vote for just guard right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do we want? Actually, how about information? Let's gather information.
Sure. What do you want to gather information about?
Can
Anything?
we start setting up a network of information in town for ourselves?
Yeah, sure. You just want to just generally be gathering information like that?
Yes.
Okay. I ask because if you have a particular thing you want to find out,
I want to see if there's any do-gooders or any sign of.
So you're sending some people to double check the fifth knot's work, is what you're saying.
Yep.
All right.
And see if anyone's caught on to us, possibly. What the kind of talk of us is going.
So close. So the talk of your organization is just apparently that you're a new group of thugs, like knocking people down and finding people out, and that you showed up and have faded, and they're thinking, oh, it might be a fly-by-night sort of group. Would you roll a d20? That said, there is some concern going around. Apparently, at a club called the Canton's Cantor, a lot of people have been going almost every night for the last year or so to see the extremely talented bard Bianca Devalia. And she just didn't show up for work like a week ago, and no one's seen or heard of her since.
Bianca's one of the people we killed.
Oh.
And that there are apparently, have you seen this missing child posters of Bianca Devalia?
Yeah, I know exactly where she is. She's in my corpse room.
Corpse room.
She's in the corpse room, being a corpse.
She's a good corpse.
Playing the lovely song of death.
So, who is off on that and who is at home?
Our cleric of deceits
Is out.
I would say he would be.
So that's Thomas.
Humus.
Who else would we send with him?
Me.
Maybe
No.
Terrible.
Yeah, I can see Tara.
He's like, Tarowin, Thomas, get out of here. Have a vacation in town. You need it.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah,
Pidgey, the freaked out bird.
and Pidgey.
Yeah, well,
Or-
Pidgey is a class feature of Tarowin, so
Yeah. Pidgey follows Terran.
you need to pick 3 more people. And that's going to be relevant.
Maybe Diana, she's an investigator.
How about Arthur?
Okay.
Diana
And skeleton number 14.
and Jetta.
Oh. The skeleton's going to contribute too.
They stand around looking good.
So,
No gadget is complete without skeletons.
so would you go ahead and assign everyone else to their guard locations?
My children are staying home. They're going to be here in case they hear sounds. Otherwise, my skeletons and such are doing guard. Same
Well,
with the
your
boss.
skeletons aren't the people who are doing the guard. So you have essentially 2 groups of mooks, which we actually need to make the nameless mook token now. Ooh. Exciting. Do you have any preferred style of uniform for your nameless mooks?
I do not know.
Does anyone have any preferred, like, as a player, style of uniform for your nameless mooks? Or in character?
Put him in cheerleader uniform.
What's the name of our organization? Like Crimson Stars, was it?
Yep.
Not just some red.
Oh, red's good.
Okay. I'm going to put a little link to the NPC block that we're going to be using for your nameless mooks.
No lace moot case. Rogue one. Cleric one.
And, oh, I like this. How is this for your generic mook?
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
So, because, yeah, setting guard has an effect, and that effect is to generate a CR6 encounter. You're level 8, right?
Yes.
So it's to generate a CR6 encounter. So, what was it? Your Crimson Scarves?
Yep. Crimson Stars.
So, I need to just make this for you. There's going to be that many. So I'm going to make them all PCs and then drag them into 116 for you to assign this unit. And then you should make a unit of named mooks. So those 6 are one unit. Essentially, you need to put them in a room and be like, they're an encounter in this room now. And then you need to do the same with the named mooks, except for Peyton, who is busy with Hydra. I'll gather your named mooks up in 116 also. And then Mobile doesn't count. Actually, Peyton does count for your named mooks now because Marta is dead. So you actually need Peyton involved to make that group.
Yeah, but Hydra's been already trained.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's-
trained.
That's right. So yeah. Where do you want your, are your named mooks just going to be in 116? Or are they going to be somewhere else as the guard action?
I think they're just going to be here. We're not going to send them out. I don't want to risk them quite yet, not after what happened last time.
So they're going to just guard 116? Guard
And if there's any disturbances in the first floor, they can come check it out.
I feel it's in the force.
All right.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes. How? Oh, no, never mind. Question. You answered myself.
What was the question and what was the answer so that people aren't wondering?
I was going to ask what's the distance between a sanctuary and the first floor?
Well,
And answer is more than 100 feet.
Yes. You can actually look up here to the horn and see that it is that those are 50-foot squares. And then you can see it's 100, 200, about 250 feet from the top of the third floor up.
Yes.
So it's a very long staircase.
It is a very long staircase. And the big point of that is Lord Flufferkins, if he's on the first floor, is deactivated as long as I'm in the sanctuary.
No. So probably not where you want Lord Flufferkins.
Yeah, he'd probably be next to me.
All right.
Because there's absolutely if I'm in the sanctuary, there's absolutely nowhere in the horn he can be besides the sanctuary that will allow him to stay active.
Okay. So, would you also put yourselves where you would be about half an hour before the evening ritual?
I'd probably be down in the temple praying before the ritual is meant to start.
Okay.
He'll be at his desk.
Where would Razor be?
Like finishing setting up ward, so I think the
Third floor?
Yeah, the third floor entrance, the last ward I'd probably do.
Okay.
So the last alarm.
So all the alarms are set except for 3-1. And you're in the middle of prepping that one.
You'd be setting it up while
Yeah.
this is going on.
Okay.
And you do have message prepared.
I can send it. Block my stone.
So with that, Razor may make a perception check.
I'm ready it out.
No.
Did you know? Oh, there it is. +5.
I think that's their stealth roll.
Yes.
Which is the only the plus
Yeah,
5
you
is.
see them. You
What
can't
the
make
fuck?
that.
That's a...
Invisibility going. Where is Ezra at on the third floor?
Because you have requested Ezra's vigilance, and Ezra is, in Ezra's own words, deeply loyal. Ezra would be standing right in 3-1, watching Razor to make sure Razor's not up to anything. Which actually does mean, nope, at this point, Ezra does not have the opportunity to make this check. And so
Alarm wall.
Not quite necessarily.
that skimming is done. You are completed, Razor, in setting up your final alarm.
I don't know the boys if there's any threats.
What exactly is your alarm looking for?
The moon dogs.
Also the elves. I would have asked you to do the elves.
Okay.
And whatever she was. Because we know she can use invisibility too. Because I had
Hello?
invisibility purge.
Okay.
We're looking for elves, moon dogs, and lilians.
Yes.
Okay. The question is, does she notice it? And the answer is she can't notice it. Okay. Wait, so what? How is the arm anchored again?
It's a 20-foot radius in a point in space.
Like, is it just a metaphysical anchor? Is there a diagram?
Metaphysical anchor.
Yep.
They point randomly in the air.
Okay, everyone's saying at the same time, so I can't hear anyone.
There is no physical anchor. It's just there.
That it?
So, reviewing that, this is going to be a very intricate thing. So, let's begin by removing all of you from the initiative and adding them, because they're gonna matter. And I also want you as the players to have a preview for what the heck's about to just go down.
God. Bunch of owls, and the moondogs, and the Lilith.
What? Where? What?
5 million goblins.
I'm
Those
rolling
are
all the
goblins.
initiatives right now and setting this up, and then they will be beginning their planned
No,
assault.
where did you see that at, Mal?
In the initiative counter, there's both the moondogs, a shit ton of elves, and the Lilith.
So that's 17, 14, 22, 16, 21, 11, 14, Okay, that'll be my framework. Then you. Are clearly holding back to command. And these two. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them before you. And then
Oh boy. This is going to be a fight.
this is going to be a thing.
That big second going comes here just negative.
So
I just wanted to check. Can Hexor and Vexor hear us throughout the temple?
no.
Okay.
So as I put these people where they are meant to be, Aram, all your alarms are going off.
Big question for Orm, though. Big question for Orm. Are they mental pings or audible alarms?
Mental pings.
Everyone is getting mental pings.
Specifically, first floor, second floor, third floor.
We have infiltrators.
That being said, that means that only you can hear the alarms.
And that means that Razor is the only one who gets to immediately roll initiative
Thanks.
and get into this absolute nightmare list. This is going to be very possibly the biggest combat I've ever run, and I'm terribly concerned.
If anything,
What are you looking for?
Aram thought that the mental pings would be heard by all of us, otherwise he would have set it to audible.
So the thing about the audible is it's only going to be heard in the vicinity.
audible pursues anyone in 60 feet of the ward can clearly hear it. Reduced by 10 feet. The distance is reduced by 10 feet for each interposing closed door, or by 20 feet for each substantial interposing wall. In quiet conditions, the ringing can be heard faintly as far as up to 180 feet away.
Okay. So that means we're going to have 2 archer skeletons brought into this. And we'll have Artifice and the 2 skeletons down there and those archers brought into this. And we'll have all the people in 3-1 brought into this. And no one else is close enough to hear the alarm.
Are we in quiet conditions right now?
No.
Okay.
There is that omnipresent whisper.
Yeah, I would not hear shit. I am up in the top.
Yes. But so I will need... This is immediately becoming an absolute nightmare. Oh no. Let's send some more stat blocks towards you. Here's the generic Wraith stat block.
I'm just wondering, what's the CR of this encounter?
The answer is
Yes.
yes.
The answer is level if we survive it.
No.
Okay.
The answer is this is meant to challenge your defenses, not you. So there's the Wraiths and the Dread Wraiths. So I need initiatives from Razor, Ezra, who's the Dread Wraith, the 4 spawn of the Thrice Damned, which includes Dave, the skeletons in 3-1, the skeletons in 2-1, the skeletons in 1-1, and Artifice.
You never gave me Artifice stats.
This will be arms right here.
This is effectively Artifice's stats, although the actual Artifice has an intelligence score of 10.
Gotcha. I will be controlling Artifice for this.
So which one? So what was that? 14? I'm sorry, I was looking elsewhere and didn't hear you.
That's for Razor.
Tom, who is that 14 for? I didn't pick it up because I was looking for Artifice's stats.
That was for Razor.
That was for Razor.
That was for Razor.
Okay. Thank you. That's 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's one of them. Okay. Who's that for?
Artifice.
Artifice. Now we need a great big roll for all those skeletons.
I'm looking for him.
Mal, do you want to roll for the Wraiths while Tom's looking for the skeletons? It's always
Should I roll each of them separately?
I need I need initiatives separately for each of the regular Wraiths. Yes.
Gotcha.
Tom, please hold until the Wraiths are done, otherwise I'll get confused. As a friendly reminder, I have now been up for 14 hours.
There's 4 of them?
Yes. Oof. So, you go there. You go there. Dave goes really high up on this horrendously big thing. And then congratulations, you who have lost your name through the aeons. You are currently going first. And then we need Ezra. And the skeletons. I'm going to do the skeletons last because there's so many of them. So who wants to roll for Ezra, our Dread Wraith?
Go ahead, Mal. I have my skeletons up and ready.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have them in 2 separate blocks for your sword and your archer?
They're the same.
Okay, I want them in separate blocks by room so I can add 1 room at a time. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare for me, okay?
Okay.
Ezra had a huge enough I rolled ship, though.
Still puts Ezra up at the front of the 17 block. Okay. Give me the 3-1 skeletons, please, Tom.
Yeah, those are the ones I got ready. I will roll them now.
So that puts you there. you there. 2 of you are going to go all the way to the top, which is actually very annoying. Can I move my initiative all the way over? Yes, I can. That makes that much less of a nightmare. And then you need to go all the way to the top. And then you 2 are in the middle of the pack. I forget exactly where they go. There you go. That looks good enough. And now we need the archers in 2-1. And last, but hopefully not least, the sword skeletons in 1-1.
There are 6 archers.
I know. We're going to deal with them one room at a time.
Right.
As I said, they're not last. Let me make you a PC and you a PC so that there's vision there. You are rolling amazing on these skeleton initiatives.
Go, skeletons, go!
Then we have our archers in 1-2. And now, last but not least, the archers in 1-3. I would like to congratulate Archer 8 on going first.
This is a big fight.
This is a stupid fight, and it's taking place all over the place, and 2/3 of the main characters aren't even involved yet.
Yeah, Darren's just like, ooh, this is some nice documents on my desk.
Well, yeah, so the alarms are all ringing. The various elves at the gate are no longer stealth, and Archer Skeleton 8 can't actually see jack shit because they haven't come into the hallway yet. And note on Archer, mindless undead are not smart enough to prepare actions. So, even though Archer Skeleton 8 wins initiative, Archer Skeleton 8 probably doesn't act.
Nope, probably doesn't act.
Which means we have Spawn of the Thrice Damned 50.
Spawn of the Thrice Damned 50.
Who can see these 4 and can see Callista.
Eat them.
How far can the Wraith move?
60 feet.
So the Wraith can indeed get up to try to eat one of them.
They have a melee touch attack.
Do you want to make that melee touch attack?
Don't forget they get the +2 for here.
Yes.
Conversion.
I'm going to close all the stat blocks for your people and only have the stat blocks for my people open.
Yeah.
So
Does that touch?
It is touch.
That does not touch.
No bad touch.
Actually, yes it does. He's still flat-footed, so it does touch.
Okay, so he takes 1d6
Damage.
negative energy damage. And then 1d6 conjuring.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes,
Terrain.
it's a DC 17 Fortitude save.
One D6 conjuring.
Again, 1d6. 2 conjuring.
That's still good. 1 HP per level.
Yep.
Each successful attack, the Wraith gains 5 temp hit points.
Yep. So what's the Wraith's starting hit points?
It is 47.
Starting at 47.
Yes. So with the
52 out of 47.
Yes.
There you go. I've put the hit points there. And now we get our Sword Skeleton 245. And I ask, have you repaired this trap?
I don't think we did,
Okay.
to my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Okay. So that
Full
means
round move.
that the skeleton can run up there. Okay. And we have 55. As we have this incredibly...
Can the skeleton stand in the same square as the Wraith because the Wraith is intangible?
Yes.
And they're both undead?
Yes.
You're going to walk up and attack 214.
Said, turn off snap to grid, so we can do that. There we go. That does not hit. We get to 252, who can hear the alarm coming from down the hallway.
252.
And 1-1.
I hate that. That's one.
They'll start moving.
This is a stupidly complicated fight on 3 places all at once.
And move there and see them and immediately start moving forward.
If Razor was not involved, I would have split this floor by floor and done one at a time. But because Razor's involved, suddenly all bets are off. Let me put the little slit holes in the vision there so we can actually see what these folk can see when we mouse over them. So 241 is unable to see anything. And we have our first elf hurrying forward and looking for the traps that they were warned about.
Oh, that's one of the elves on the second floor.
So that pit trap on the second floor. Yeah, I'm gonna make your. Yeah, this first archer is going forward, looking for the trap that he's warned about to inform others, but doesn't find it. So we have a pit trap and a fall down to the first floor prison.
Which we repaired.
Yeah. And that fall is, I forget exactly how much. I don't want to look it up. I'm hoping one of you wrote it down.
I did not.
I would not be surprised if I forgot to tell you.
I do not remember hearing anything about it.
Okay, so I have to go look it up and abandon my elf stats. And the answer is that it'd have to go to a different room. And then it is 5d6 falling damage with a reflex save. So they might possibly not be falling. I forgot about the reflex save. And I forgot the CR of the reflex save, so I have to go back and get that. Will you kindly write this down for me? This pit trap is a DC 20 reflex save, 5d6 damage. Thank you. Now I need to get these elves. Again. Assuming failure. Oh, I assumed wrong. So, steps on the trap goes off, hops backwards. So, this trap in 2-1 is now very visible as it's collapsed, creating a nice long pit.
A nice little open gap for our archers with which to shoot from.
And the consort will go ahead and try to shoot one of the skeleton archers with the piercing longbow. Does 22 hit? Tom?
He went to the bathroom, so I have no clue. Does it hit?
I have no clue. These are Tom's skeletons.
I have no clue.
Tom is the one...
AC 16. I'm not sure what his armor gave.
Okay.
Oh, the wolf of 21 didn't hit, so I think 22 would be tied.
That was on a shield. That was on a sword skeleton.
It has a
They have
shield.
shields.
And I don't know.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it does hit, but I know that's not going to overcome the damage reduction.
Yay.
Now we get Dave. Poor Dave.
Yay, Dave.
I will go ahead and make sure is in the front and not stacked grid in case Dave wants to be attacking someone over the skeleton. Okay, like that, make it a little clearer. So who is Dave attacking?
He will butt touch 116.
Okay. That touches 116.
Okay. 1d6 negative energy damage, and then fortitude save.
And a fortitude save.
Which they fail, so they take the 1d6 con drain.
That was a less impressive drain.
He does still get that 5 temp though.
Yep. And that does, that is enough to impose a penalty. So. Now, we have the Wall of Consorts. On the first floor, this first consort comes right up to this skeleton, quarterstaff in hand.
DC 22 to hit for them.
16 does not hit. 214, who has been touched by a wraith. Well, there's a skeleton. You can ignore the skeleton and whack it with a stick, because nothing that can hit a wraith here. 103 is down there, will move through allied squares, provoking an attack of opportunity from a skeleton. A sword skeleton in particular.
Yeah, then we'll take it.
And whack it with a quarterstaff.
Nope.
17 can see Razor. We'll draw a bow and we'll fire, taking penalties for shooting through the wraiths at Razor. I assume 12 does not hit Razor's flat-footed AC.
No.
We get our first big boy, Ezra.
Let's see.
So one thing about Ezra is extremely intelligent, extremely wise, and only gives a damn about 2 people in this building, neither of whom are present in that melee.
So it's not, they're not going to do anything, because Bern and Gorn are not there.
So Ezra would probably be waiting to see whether his children can handle it. For now, because Ezra can't see Calliste. Which brings us to Darius. And our first attack against one of those skeletons on the second floor.
Oh, it's terrorists down there on the second floor.
Yep.
Fortunately for these skeletons, Darius only has piercing weapon.
That hits.
Unfortunately, Darius just rolled a natural 20.
And they're expendable.
Does 22 confirm against the archer zombies?
Yes, against them.
So that's 15 damage against Archer Skeleton 35.
That is enough to destroy it through its damage reduction.
I included the damage reduction in that roll.
Oh, yeah. That's enough to kill it.
Look on the bright side. Hexer and Vexer are down there.
So
Did we hear any of this?
We will worry about you at the end of the round. As you
Okay,
can
that's
see,
fair.
we have a lot to do. We're not going to worry about you yet. As we go to spawn 50.
Oh, spawn 50.
Yes. Spawn 50 can fly through outside to be touching people outside. If spawn 50 wants.
Yes, but I don't know if... Are the spawns intelligent creatures?
They are... Yes.
They have... Yeah, so they would know. And they would know that she's there. Because they have life sense. So the Wraiths would know the Leland is right there.
What exactly life sense does.
A Wraith notices and locates living creatures within 60 feet, just if it had possessed the blind sight ability.
That's a rules question. And the answer is a creature with a Constitution score. So, and what's the range on that?
60 feet.
They are not presently aware of Calliste.
They are?
Oh, I was measuring from the wrong Wraith. Yes, 50 is aware that there is a large living creature outside that it cannot see. That Dave and 50... Why are they all named 50?
I don't know.
We're going to just fix that. Because I made them PCs before I copied them. Yeah, Dave and 50 can see, but 52, who is there now, cannot.
You can't see, just notice.
Yeah.
It's gonna... It can fly to right here.
And it cannot go through these... It cannot go through the exterior walls.
Yeah, it can't go through the exterior.
It can go outside, but it can't go through the walls.
So it would have to do.
So it would have to go through the door.
Gotcha. So it'd be able to move here?
So, I mean, it can't... No, the Wraith is in that space. If it wants to go outside, it will have to move through to outside.
I'll just move here then.
Okay. 238 is going to attempt a running jump because 238 has a running jump. And has orders. And barely falls short, gets a reflex save.
Fails it. And now it's in a cell. Oh,
Yes.
dead. And in a cell.
Incapacitated in a cell.
Probably going to die.
116 is going to bop a skeleton. Probably not, but we'll attempt to.
If really not.
Shouting out in Elven. Does Razor speak Elven? I'll assume that's a no. And
No, yes, he does.
oh, then
And
Razor recognizes that this elf is shouting, "They're too strong, my lady." And we go to Sword Skeleton 94 on the first floor. This is such a big combat.
Where's 94? It's down the first floor?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Clunk, clunk, clunk. 4-round move.
And then we have Skeleton 164, who still can't see anything yet because the fight is clogged up in the front. And 205, who will also be doing the jump. And not even getting to make the save.
She got right out to the middle.
Yes.
Splat.
Wait, no. That was a 12. 20 was that. Okay. Which gets us to 217. Who is up on the third floor in the middle of the room with the clogged entryway.
It's gonna start moving. That's all.
Okay. 57 down here is going to bop the skeleton. Probably not, but we'll attempt to.
No bappage.
31 is still unable to see anything. 59 on the third floor.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
So many nukes.
Calistay person here is going to furrow its brow as it says, "What do we do, my lady?" in Elven. 147 on the second floor. You can see an elf and a dog.
It's gonna try to shoot the elf.
All right. Ranged attack in melee provokes an attack of opportunity.
Goodbye, skeleton.
It's good thing you, Hexor, and Vexor are all down there.
That hit.
That's not a crit.
Not a crit. I will include the damage reduction in this.
Okay.
5.
It survives.
Does not hit.
You shitty skeleton.
96, can't see anything yet. 127, having seen everyone jump in the pit, is going to go, let's not jump in the pit. And we'll instead run up to the end and shoot at the skeleton. And almost roll a 1. Razor.
Oh, I see. You apparently have wings, and there are many, many of you up front. Pits will not work on you, but I have something for you. I cast black tentacles on the far end of the balcony.
Oh god.
All right. Does this permit spell resistance?
We'll check that real quick. Give me 1 second.
I can look it up.
It's not going to matter for the consorts, but it will...
No,
No. Ooh.
it does not.
What is the save or attack?
Either
I'm
way.
looking. They have to make
It's a CMD check.
It's a
It's a CMD for the tentacles.
Ah. So you need to make a CMD roll versus their CMDs.
It uses your caster level as your base attack bonus and receives a +4 bonus due to their strength and a +1 to size.
Okay.
Well,
You just want me to one roll and apply it to everyone?
Yep, we'll do one roll and apply it to everyone in the radius. So you're going at the far end of the balcony, in the middle of the elves, or under her. Where's the center of this gonna be?
Trying to get as few of our things in there as possible and the most of their things.
So it would be like right
20 foot.
there.
Will you mouse where it is so I can draw it?
Yep, doing it now.
Space where it is. Okay. Boom. So it'll go against 3 of the skeletons, all the elves, Callistae, and 3 wraiths.
You're the one.
That does not hit Callistae or the elves. Does it hit the skeleton or the skeletons or the wraiths?
No. It can't hit the wraiths.
Does it
They're
hit and the skeleton's CMD is?
Let me double check. Where's my Skelly?
Also, I think it can hit the wraiths.
Spell causes a field of rubbery black tentacles to appear, burrowing up from the floor.
They weren't artifacts. Yep, no, it doesn't hit them. Their CMD is 16. And then Razor is going to move back.
Okay. So the answer is. So the answer is they do not, because they do not permit spell resistance. So those tentacles are flopping around, not hitting anyone.
It hits them on every turn.
174 attempts to bop 252. Doesn't. 223 is in our skeletons in the room. We get 53 who can see this, see all those tentacles, and probably doesn't want anything to do with it.
It's just trying to get into range later on and run it into it.
Skeleton 120. Which again is a mindless undead.
Rawr.
230 is a mindless undead.
Where's 230 at?
3rd floor.
Oh. Can't get to them. Come down here.
Okay.
So the tentacles, since he moved into the tentacles get a chance to hit him.
Yes.
Yeah, creatures that enter the area of effect are also automatically attacked.
Anyone who moves in that area.
Yep.
And make the attack roll for the skeleton.
It gets grabbed.
Oof.
Does that mean it gets its damage?
Foe takes 1d6 plus 4 points of damage and gains the grapple condition.
Yep. It takes nothing because I don't think it's bashing.
It will overcome the damage reduction. The damage reduction for skeletons is meant to symbolize things like, oh, you're sliding the dagger between the ribs.
Gotcha.
So, 5 damage. How many? Does that kill the skeleton?
No.
Okay. Artifice.
So Artifice is smart individual.
Yes. Artifice has a normal human intelligence and a lust for the blood of the living.
Does that lust prevent it from being patient?
No.
It's going to climb the wall, over the wall, to just be right here, right in this path. So anyone going past has to get past him first.
And now we get our first big moment.
The tentacles are difficult terrain as well.
Okay. Well, I mean, Callista's flying, but that's fine because I think she'll do this. So, ooh, all of them are in the range.
God.
As she channels positive energy to harm undead.
Oh no.
This will go off in the sanctuary.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in the sanctuary. We'll go ding ding.
Yeah. But yeah. So we need will saves for all those skeletons and wraiths.
They have a plus. No, that's against turning. Never mind.
Will save. So I'll do the 4 wraiths.
I'm going to add my skeletons when you're done now.
D20 plus 6. DC 17.
Yep. And we're going to be putting that in order clockwise starting from 53. So 53 fails.
All of them except for 1 fails.
50 succeeds. Dave fails. 52 succeeds.
Not Dave!
So 16 damage will be coming out.
Hold on.
So that'll only be 8 versus you, which will be...
Actually, I completely just read this thing.
What?
They have a defensive ability called Channel Resistance +2, which you add +2 to their saves for channeling sense.
So that will only mean that 52 will also save.
Yes.
And then I'm not even looking at that yet. Tom, I'm sorry. Give me a moment, is what I'm saying. Thank you. Because there's just a lot of hit points that need to get recorded.
Yep.
We will be with you in one moment. So those skeletons. So they will be starting clockwise from 120. 120 saves, 59 saves, 55 doesn't. Actually, what are their hit points? Do they survive 8 damage?
They have 10 HP.
Okay, so they do. So the ones that failed.
One will also die because it took damage from the black tentacles.
And that one. Get out of here. And then the others, I'm going to mark as having received major ouchies.
Major ouchies.
That's what Callistae does as a standard action. And then she will fly up out of the reach of the tentacles.
She tries to leave the range, the tentacles get a chance to
Yes,
grab.
they do. I don't believe they can unless they roll a really high number. They do not. I will give her... Not other 2. Other... Gosh darn it. Other 4 is the one I want. There we go. And now, last, but certainly not least... That's a nat 20 versus 252.
Goodbye, 252.
I don't think we're even rolling damage. I think 252 is just whopped. Nathaniel
Orifice is down there.
just snaps it, steps forward. And Artifice in its... Oh gosh, telepathy on Artifice. And she needs to make a will save.
Huh?
She did telepathy on Artifice. Okay, she's not driven insane. She will just step forward and then, like, flip her. And now, before we move on to that, I would like Gorin to please make a perception check, and Dern may be added to initiative
Oh, yeah.
at the end of the round.
And oh god.
Yeah. So the question is, does Gorin hear the bullshit?
What about Hexer and Vexer as well?
Roll.
Hexer and Vexer are too far away presently.
Hexer and Vexer are right next to where Gorn is.
Vexer is too far away presently.
Ah, Vexer.
And Hexer is way too far away.
We're
These
not
are
gonna
these
roll.
are thick stone walls now. And this is the sounds of arrows. So, like, Gorin just needs to make a perception check.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Also, that was a 15-minute round. Good job.
It is a big boy battle.
This is the biggest battle I've ever run. DC 20 check, Gorin and Dern both need to roll initiative to find out who goes first at the end of the round.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't beat that, so...
Okay. Yeah, as Gorin's like, is that the sound of an arrow hitting a skeleton?
And I'm like, is that the alarm for spells?
Yeah, you don't even need to make a check. You're just like, there's a cleric. 8 is still outside of the reach of things. Hey, it's 50. 50
Yay.
can see Calistai. And can reach Calistai.
Did they reach Galisa?
Yeah, they can fly up to reach Calistai. Calistai just went up barely above where the tentacles were.
Oh. The thing is, do they think it's a good idea to attack Galisa?
She was the source of the positive energy.
Yeah, 50 will fly up to attack Calistai.
Okay.
Touch her. Bad touch her.
A bad butt toucher.
That will not touch her.
Sad face.
241's in the hallway. 246 is shooting at 147. They've decided that jumping in the pit is a bad idea. Dave.
Yay, Dave!
Dave can also fly up if Dave wants to fly up.
Yeah, Dave will be flying up as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
That does touch.
Nice butt touch. D6, negative energy, and fort save.
Yep, that is not something she's immune to, so...
She succeeds, so she does not think. But Dave gets his temp HP.
Yay, Dave's temp HP. Lucky Dave.
Lucky Dave.
So the consort is going to draw its bow and shoot at Artifice. Does 20 hit Artifice?
It does not. Let's go tink.
This one is going
Not that it would matter. He is DR10 adamantine or bludgeoning.
to shoot at Razor. Does 27 hit you, Razor?
Yep.
Alright, this is a composite longbow, so that is not a crit threat. So it is only 2 damage.
They don't have a high strength score.
They're only using composite +1.
Huh.
So 103 will attempt to bop 94. More trying to keep 94 occupied than anything else. 97 also has a shot on Razor and will attempt to take it. Ezra.
Would Ezra see the direness of his circumstance?
What direness?
The channel energy.
Hasn't really hurt him or his children yet.
They're both his children. Yeah, it actually hurt all of his children.
Yeah. Very little. Ezra doesn't care about his children.
No. He's only going to come out when Durham shows up.
Pretty much. If something comes in, because he's under orders to attack things that enter the temple. As Darius does Darius things against the other skeleton. And rolls another natural 20.
I think it's dead.
Chaos goes poof.
Well, at least you're aware and down there.
Hey, it's another spawn who can attack elves or fly up to attack Calliste or whatever.
Should we have them all dive bomb Calliste?
Yes.
Go to the Calliste.
Okay.
I touched the bitch.
That touches.
D6 and fort save.
And the
She fails, so she takes 3 con drain.
That's a big deal. Less of a big deal than I was concerned it would be. But that is still 7 hit points. Excuse me, 10 hit points.
And then that spawn gets some damage. Lovely little spawn.
Can I be a rave?
No.
Please? I want to be a rave.
I'll be right back.
And 116 is still gonna... So Razor's the only thing that these elves think they can shoot with arrows. Not a great time to be Razor.
Nope.
Sword Skeleton 94.
Where are you?
First floor. In melee with an elf.
I'll try to hit the elf.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Nope, this is too complicated. You just miss.
Okay.
164 can hear but can't see. 217. Mindless undead surrounded by black tentacles.
I am back. I was getting set.
They're gonna go towards the elves.
Yep.
So we have a black tentacle grab.
Yep.
Can the tentacles deal less than 2 damage?
They can do 2.
It's 1d6 plus 4. They die.
Yeah, that's 4. They die instantly.
So another grab there. But it's not 59's turn yet.
I moved it back.
It is 57's turn, and 57 is going to be doing the plinkage at Artifice.
Not that they can hurt him.
That is a natural 20.
Can they confirm?
Does 25
That confirms.
Okay.
Can they beat DR10?
Can they beat DR10? That is the question. With the ×3, very likely.
They don't. Artifice, if they didn't
Minimum damage. That's the minimum critical hit damage.
Go Artifice.
Hits Artifice square in the crystal eye.
It just goes, no.
And shatters the arrow.
I just imagine him raising one of his flamethrowers and just firing.
No, it's like that fucking Superman scene where the bullet slow zooms in and on its eye and it just crumples.
Yeah. So now it's 59. 59 steps forward. There's the attack there's a CMB. If it hits, it dies.
It did hit. It didn't hit.
Mine's 16.
Oh, it's dead.
Crunch. Just one of the tentacles just comes down and smashes it.
That's bad.
And 162 can't see Razor. Also, we forgot to have the tentacles on 3 of these elves.
The tentacles don't attack unless it's the start of a Razor's turn or they move.
Okay. Well, 162 is going to be moving because it can't see Razor.
Tentacle?
It's not moving.
It is tentacle. For 1d6 plus 4 damage.
Crunch.
Strike.
I'm going to go ahead and use the prone to show grabbed. 98 is still in the... There's arrows. I can shoot arrows, but I won't. 127 is now going to very carefully take the ledge around. Razor, now it's time for all the tentacle grabs.
Yep.
Okay.
And it gets a +5 bonus to the one it's already grabbed.
Yep.
It'll be for the first 3.
Yep. That will grab them.
It'll be for the first one that I'll roll damage.
So this is one set. Yep, that grabs.
So this will be for the 3.
Let's roll 1 damage for everyone.
Oh, because the other one has different damage.
No, it doesn't.
It goes up by 1d6.
Oh, yeah, it deals additional damage. Jesus.
Turn.
Oh, that's a max damage while you're out there, too.
Okay. So a lot of those elves just died.
I don't know what her reaction to that was.
You'll hear her reaction soon enough. Razor, do you have anything besides concentrating on the spell?
It's not concentration, it's just rounds.
Oh, well, what does Razor wish to do?
We're looking. You can move up a magic missile or if you wanted.
It is those tentacles will be around for 8 rounds.
To see her, Razor would have to enter the range of the tentacles.
Oh, you can't see her.
Yeah, she's floating.
Yeah, she and those wraiths are up. Razor could always be like, I am going to get out of the way of arrows. Razor could always be like, Mooks, take care.
Wait, what does my haste do?
Haste is really good. No, actually, can he cast... I think just wait for right now.
Hold.
Yeah. Hold.
They are wrecking their. Can you hear that music?
No.
So it's
I'm
just.
gonna hold action to cast Wall of Ice for if she tries to walk in.
So there's some music that is just barely not getting picked up by my mic. That is really bothering me. That is coming out of a car
Oof.
a block and a half away.
No. That is some big bumping tunes.
Oh, well, now I know who the asshole that's been revving their Harley at all hours of day and night is. Because it's the same fucking Harley. Okay, well, now I know. And I know the address of that building, so when they wake me up at 1 a.m., I know who to send the cops on if I am in the desire to use the violence of the state. Okay, so Razor prepares a nice thing.
Cast Wall of Ice if she tries to fly in.
174 is going to also be shooting at Artifice.
Think.
That's Wall Skeleton. Hey, we have the last of those wraiths.
Go up. Yeah.
That does not touch. That does touch.
No. Oh, hey.
That
Bad
barely
bitch.
touches.
Okay, and fort save. Rails are fucking nasty.
Wraiths are very nasty.
Rails are very nasty. They touch you, they drain your con, and it's a fort save, so when your con gets drained, your fort save goes lower, so it's harder and harder to resist.
That's right,
them.
that should be 20, not 21, because fort save.
Still saves. It's DC 17.
Okay. But that does mean that.
Tap HP.
120 sees one living skeleton, one living health.
And it's just gonna get smushed.
Sure. Skeleton, mindless undead, have some problems. It's Artifice.
Burn
Oh.
them.
Well, if they want to shoot at Artifice, Artifice can shoot at them.
What is Artifice going to shoot with?
Bombs! He has a ranged touch attack of 60 feet.
Yes. Who is the bomb? The bomb?
The type of damage determined randomly.
Yes, but who are you bombing at?
What am I at? Right at Bethanel.
Okay.
D20 plus 15.
That will hit.
All right. How do we determine it randomly?
D4.
Okay. So it's going to be cold. Oh, it's going to be acid damage. 8d6 acid.
Yes. And that is not the one she's immune to.
Hiya! And all creatures adjacent to the bomb take 1d6 of the same type. So all the other consorts around there will take 6 acid damage.
Yeah, I'll flag them with the ouchie ouch. Save myself a little bit of time. Oh, Calistai. Calistai is just raging.
She has 4 right
Screaming.
attacking her ass.
Less concerned about them and more concerned about all of her consorts. And she will reach out and attempt to touch Dave. Dave has a name.
Not Dave.
I'm going to try and touch Dave because Dave has a name.
That touches.
Hey, if they kill her, she'll come back as a raid, maybe.
That is true.
And so that is going to be 23 damage to Dave.
Poor Dave.
He was so close to retirement.
He's not dead.
Not dead yet.
Dave is a tough boy.
Yeah, she touches Dave, and a shimmering holy light comes flying out of her hand, and Dave is not great. Beth is aware of Artifice being not great.
She just took a huge chunk of damage.
Mm-hmm. And so, there's going to be a bit of a charge coming here. Does 34 hit Artifice?
It does.
Okay, and what is, it's adamantine, right?
Adamantine or bludgeoning.
Adamantine or bludgeoning?
Or bludgeoning.
Okay. So, that means that this will not bypass that yet.
Does no damage.
And now that someone has survived one of their attacks, we get to have our first time that this comes into play.
This comes into play?
Does 31 beat Artifice's combat maneuver defense?
What was it? 31? Nope. 35.
Artifice is not knocked prone.
Artifice is a big boy. And she just came within slamming her.
He would just, crush the dog guy.
Gorin, you're in your thing and you hear the sound of things shooting at your skeleton.
Oh, God.
Bethanil made the big mistake of going within slamming distance.
Maybe. Full round move. See what's going on. And then I'm going to swift action cast Skin of Iron on myself.
Okay, so Skin of Iron is not the fear one.
Fuck!
Turn!
I'm immediately going to hop on Lord Flipperkin's back as he makes a full flying run.
How far can you go?
He has a 30-foot fly speed.
Okay. Which will mean that you and...
Right out the landing, if possible.
Yeah. You will end up down at this level. At
What up, Birch?
the level with a recognizable Calliste.
Hi.
Hey, Skeleton 8 can see Bethanil.
Try to shoot it.
All of your skeletons can see Bethanil here. No.
No. Bethanil's not gonna
They
let
will
this-
only hit on a critical hit. Hey, it's Wraith time.
More butt touches.
No. No.
No butt touch. Okay.
Skeleton that can attempt to hit Beth.
Crit.
Hey, that's a hit. That is
No.
not a confirmation.
That is damage.
And the weapons are not magically evil, so it shatters against the hide.
Oh.
You can't even do damage.
it is theoretically possible for you to damage, so we're not going to just remove them from the combat. Careful walk. Dave! Vengeance Dave! Vengeance Dave!
Vengeance butt touch. No, butt touch.
Do they get +2 for flanking?
Yes.
I don't think that's a butt touch either way, though. Because that's just a 14 instead of a 12.
That does mean the previous one would have touched.
Oh.
So we'll go ahead and count that as Dave's touch.
Dave's butt touch, which is 6 negative energy damage and a 4th save.
And... oof, that's a fail.
And she fails. So she's taking 5 conjuring. Go, Dave.
She is not looking very good. She is not looking very good at all.
She just lost like 20 HP from that, plus this damage.
So, this one, seeing nope, Beth hasn't been whopped yet. So this one is going to continue to shoot at Artifus.
No.
You're dead. Get out of here. This one is in the bop trade with the skeleton.
Nope.
This one is currently grappled.
So it takes
The try to escape.
well.
And
So do we get out? No.
Nope.
And Ezra's just like, excellent weather today, Razor. Lovely trick you have. Darius.
What did he?
Just said to Razor, lovely trick you have there. As Darius sees Goran coming and howls.
Uh-oh.
Please make your will save, Goran.
God damn it.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 1
he
again.
keeps
Hey, look on the bright side. At least you running, screaming away will probably alert Hexer and Vexer.
Yes. You are panicked for the next 12 rounds.
12?
12.
I'm out of combat.
It's okay. You might be back in time for the ritual.
Get him, run! I'm screaming at my top of the lungs as I'm pointing backwards.
And Darius can make a 5-foot shift, but that was his move action, so Darius can't actually do a standard. No, wait, Darius can do a standard action.
Hexer, Vexer, please eat that wolf.
Oh god, they can go invisible.
Hey, it's 52.
Butt touch! No butt
No
touch.
butt touch.
No.
I hear the kid laughing at butt touch.
That's my brother laughing at his tablet.
You can have the +2 for flanking.
It's still no butt touch.
94.
Yeah, it needs at least 16 for butt touch.
Yep. That does not hit. I love this epic battle we have here between the skeleton and the consort. Sword versus staff. This is a very grindy combat. Can hit Beth. Archer Beth. This would be a great anime scene, but this is getting kind of grindy.
Can any of the archers actually damage Beth?
They can. If they critically hit... If they roll a nat 20 and then at least max damage.
Not nat 20.
So these folk down here are just in the nat 20 war. 31. Doesn't nat 20, Beth? Let's find out.
Nope.
Nope.
98. Does it nat 20 Beth?
I'm going to be animating all these level 6 bodies or 8 bodies into HD8 skeletons because
can we
fuck
animate
this.
the wolf?
The consort of Caliste, now able to move, hops over the wall, crouches down in the hallway, and doesn't bother to shoot at the skeletons, who are now all aware of them. So let's add them to the end of the initiative. The fight grows larger. Razor.
Big fight.
These up here appear to have been well made, or well done. So I am going to, how far away is my little is the teleporty thing?
It's in 3-9.
Yeah, it's the spiral. You go into
Vanish myself and then start making my way there.
You could make it as a yeah. You can get there with a
Yeah, you can take a round and just walk to there.
yeah, you don't need to vanish. Just
And
run
it's,
there.
yeah, and it's actually a free action to speak the word.
So which floor do you want to go to?
2.
4-2?
Okay.
That would be a ya.
Yeah.
You are now in the temple. You're actually on the. So when you speak the word, you appear standing on the chair. So 174. Artifice is holding the way there.
That hits.
That hits,
That hits. He has AC 23.
and it's 10.
It's 10.
So if it's not a critical hit, they can't damage.
Artifice, go!
Do we critically hit Beth to actually hit?
Yeah, he looks familiar, like I know him too, but I can't remember from where.
We have a spawn around Caliste who is having a bad day.
But touch.
That touches.
1d6 negative energy.
That's not very impressive.
It's not. But maybe the conjuring will be if she fails.
Let's see. So she's down to
Also
there.
2.
That succeeds.
Oh,
Sorry. Just barely succeeds.
barely succeeds.
And not bad to know. Her ass handed to her.
Artifice,
Full round action, 2 slam attacks.
make your first attack.
Hiya!
That does not hit.
Sad face. Hiya!
That hits.
Cool. It does 2d8 plus 8, and then plus alchemy.
Okay, so do the 2d8 plus 8 first. Okay.
Alright,
So
and then we have, let's see.
Some of that gets through the damage reduction.
We have 3 options, with option 1 also having 4 options.
Well, which go ahead and roll a d4. Let's random the options.
D3 first, or D4?
D3. Yeah.
D3. Okay, it's option 2, cause the target to become sickened. Fortitude DC 16.
No,
So nothing happens.
nothing happens. There is a bump. And Artifice is just like, this one observes. Interesting. Caliste, you survived another round. This
But now I'm here.
is going to provoke attacks of opportunity from all of them.
Oh god.
So all those
Miller.
raids get attacks of opportunity.
Shall we go one by one?
Yeah.
Go Dave, carry the day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do damage first.
Yeah.
Fort save.
Next
Save
wraith.
that. Alright. Yeah. That's a quick fail.
Next wraith.
Yeah.
Hits.
Yeah.
Fort save.
Fail fort save. Take 3 conjuring.
Bitch. Makes her fall unconscious, which makes her fall.
Into the black tentacles.
No, off the side of the thing.
Ooh. I think it's a dead Caliste.
Yeah. Splat.
That is a destroyed outsider. So, I regret to inform you, you will not be raising Caliste.
As she anticipates.
Yeah. Actually, no, she doesn't even die as she falls below 0. She is banished back to her home plane.
Oh.
Bethaniel.
It has to deal with Artifice.
Face to face with Artifice. Is going to look at him, and go, dangerous. But it won't actually do that because it can't speak and it's not going to be stupid enough to telepathy again. So instead, Artifice is going to have to make a reflex save.
Is this magic?
Yes.
He's immune. He is immune to all magic.
All right. Beth will be moving backwards after communicating with everyone else telepathically.
Is that provoke?
Goran is.
Would that provoke?
He can attack of opportunity.
Yes.
All right.
Not going to matter, but. That hits.
And then the random effect. It's going to be another 2, so nothing happens.
No, it'll skip 2 because he knows better.
Oh, skip 2?
Yeah.
No, it's a random effect.
I'm sorry?
It's a random effect.
Ah, okay. Goran is running around panicked.
He basically like.
Kill it.
Dern,
I
well,
noticed that. It was like everyone on like this floor is dead, right?
as far as you can tell, yes. You're gonna take a turn to fly down to floor 2?
Yeah, I'll be full rounded flying down to floor 2.
Okay. You are at level with floor 2, and you can see not all dead.
Oh, people to kill.
Vexer, who heard all of the roar. Vexer, who needs stats given to you, probably. Vexer, who has custom stats.
Ooh.
That is the same as Hexer, fortunately. It means I have to abandon my page and find Hexer and Vexer. Not Halthus.
Halthus is dead.
Not Ezra. There you go. Don't worry about bound to the amulet or drawn to service. Neither will come into effect here.
You got this, John.
Baxter, carry.
Let me just double check. I think he should take the time to move. Yeah, that's gonna be O for him right now.
Hexer is like, okay. What's Hexer gonna do? Probably also welcome.
They probably will also, probably.
I'm just saying if they, did he see him cast magic at all?
See who cast magic?
He didn't see the wolf at all.
No, neither of them has seen the wolf yet. They are involved because they heard because Goran went screaming down the hall going, "Get the wolf!"
Probably just gonna do nothing then, just watching for anything, listening.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no. Detect good.
Hexer does not detect good at the current moment because it's too far away from Hexer.
Okay.
Skeleton 112 in the hallway between 2-1 and 216 can see the consort of Callistra, which Hexor can see too. There you
go.
Okay. 116 in the hallway. That provokes an attack of opportunity.
Oh god.
Good job, Mr. Skeleton. You did your duty. Yep, that hits.
And it is 8.
It's alive.
There you go.
Does the thing reappear? Oh, it doesn't reappear.
It does. However, it is very shadowy.
Keep moving up here.
67. Archer.
Go up to get in range.
Then we come back to the archers who can no longer see Bethanil. I'm going to start removing them from the combat because I'm also going to start removing the wraiths from the combat. As they return to Ezra. Nice and full and hungry.
Wait, what?
The combat is collapsing downwards a little. It's actually kind of collapsing down to that second floor. As 246 hops around and attempts to bop the skeleton with a quarterstaff.
Nope.
19 heard the message and will begin to run at full speed. 103 heard the message and will shout, "I'll hold him!" Ezra had a nice calm fight. Darius does 18 hit the skeleton? No, because it's a critical failure.
Oh god, good fail.
Skeleton 94.
That's the one that's fighting the elf?
Yep, on the first floor. That hits. The elf is not dead.
Good dreams.
The elf is very nearly dead. Skeleton is out of there. Flight. Effectively out of the combat. Effectively out of the combat. Bopping 116. Nope. Razor. It's an Razor, you saw Vexer leave. And you can hear Goran screaming in the distance.
I'm going to cast Vanish and start heading out of the room.
Okay.
So I will be invisible.
Okay. If you stop moving, I will mark you as invisible. Flight. So here's the question. Does Artifice's Bloodlust... Would you make a will save for Artifice, please?
Okie doke.
Artifice may choose to obey orders.
Yep, but he can still attack from here.
Yep.
With a boom.
At?
Targeting at, Bethanel.
Okay.
Touch.
That touches.
Alright. Now we gotta determine the damage type.
Mm-hmm.
2, that is cold.
No damage.
No damage. But anything around her also takes the cold damage.
Yes.
They take 1d6 cold damage.
Consort 103, you held the line. As Bethanel flees. Goran is still screaming. Probably hiding in a corner from those dogs. Dern.
He's Nico.
Yes.
So
So to
I
remind
have
you, you
seen-
can see this one. It's sort of shimmery and shadowy and translucent.
So I will move up, dismount? Or dismount? Dispel magic.
Okay.
So I make my check. It's 1d20 plus my caster level.
Okay.
I will attack the highest spell that target has.
Farewell, greater invisibility. Vexer. Vexer still can't see Darius.
We can see the elf.
Yes. Now Vexer can see Darius.
On Darius, cast Hold Monster.
Alrighty.
Will save. Makes it.
Hexer. Hexer can see all that going down.
4-round move.
But from Hexer's point of view, it's Vexer going to beat up an elf.
He probably wants to join in.
Oh dear, dear brother, please kindly save me a spleen.
Of course, dear brother. Ooh, dog.
Got an archer with 2 big hulking demons in the way.
Try to shoot the elf.
That will hit the elf.
Poop.
That elf is apparently not very bothered by getting hit by this arrow.
I took it to the knee, it's fine.
116.
He's gonna try to stab the elf that got shot.
Alright. That does not hit the elf. 67. And, oh. Hexer and Vexer aren't immune to fear.
Son of a bitch.
This could theoretically be a thing.
Shooting the elf.
Okay. That hits despite all of the penalties for shooting through Hexer and Vexer. This elf is just like arrows. What are they? As 246 looks at Vexer, looks at Darius, and just goes, "Lady be with me. Callisti, guide my hand." These folk aren't aware that Callisti is dead yet. They still say prayers to their lady as they attempt to bop Vexer with a stick.
Nope.
Nope. Darius will bay. Hexer and Vexer must make will saves.
Is it a mind affecting effect?
It is explicitly not.
Okay.
Oh.
It is a not mind affecting fear effect that only affects evil creatures.
Wait, what? Hang on. What was it again?
A non-mind affecting fear effect that only affects evil creatures.
Just one of them are evil.
They both save.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Aram.
One roll for it.
I had Aram roll for it because every time I've rolled against, I rolled a 1.
And but it will still get its standard roll and attempt to bite Vexer.
Is this attack good or silver?
Yes, it is good.
Okay, it gets to its DR.
So 27 hits.
Yes.
Yes. That is UC 24.
For 8 damage.
Yeah.
As
84.
76
Vexer has just been dealt damage for probably the first time in Vexer's life. 94 is
I'll be right
after
back.
that. 127 is in a corner going, "Oh shit," takes that quarterstaff bow and starts shooting at Vexer. No.
Nope.
Razor the Vanished.
I'm going to make a full move action to try to get into the...
So that would give you 120. And Vanish is 1 round, correct? Or 3?
1 round per level, a max 5.
Okay. That's 4 rounds left on Razor's Vanish. Ortevis is out of this. Beth is out of this. Gorin doesn't come back in until... Gorin comes back in on round 15. Dern.
Yeah, run real quick.
Let's take this moment to appreciate that I don't have to scroll my initiative screen anymore. Oy. And to ask the people who are watching, how amazingly bullshit was this fight? I mean, it's going very well for our villains, but... Oof. This has been an epic thing. I imagine Gorin is not the happiest.
Hey, at least I know these guys can survive without me. This fight would be over 4 rounds ago if I was doing things.
I just love that this session has been... We're learning something about Gorin's subconscious fears of dogs and wolves.
I'm going into battle from now on, always with the fear resistance spell going from now on. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's not happening again. And next time someone casts a fear spell on me, I'm just gonna laugh and keep going.
This reminds me of when I ran Tomb of Horrors in college before I met you. There was a player in the party who checked every door for traps. Check door, no trap. Check door, no trap. Check door, no trap. And then like 10 doors in goes, you know what, there's been a door every 5 feet, there's no traps. And just kicks open the door, triggering the trap. And that's exactly, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, well, it'll be long enough that you'll be like, Goran needs that hit point boost right now. And you'll do your swift action, you'll do your full round move around the corner, and there will be Beth. Bang. And that will be the time you finally make your will save.
Oh, they have at will, see invisibility, detect magic, and detect good.
Yeah. So Durham, it's you.
It's me.
Yes.
Yep, I'm going to fly over a bit. Just enough to get within range. And I will double barrel Traitorous Blaster with the 2 imbued bullets at Doris.
Alright, Doris.
So it's taking 2 attacks.
Excuse me. So, give me the 2 attacks.
And these are touch attacks.
Okay.
Attack 1.
That will hit.
Should I roll attack 2 first or damage?
Roll damage, and what type of damage does they deal?
It's... What type of damage? It's piercing, I think, for bullets.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, my imbued Shocking Grasp is going to go off.
Okay. Don't bother rolling Shocking Grasp.
Oh, my 5d6 isn't going to do anything to it?
No. I'm immune to that.
Well, it's taking 3 damage.
No, it's not.
It is a magic gun, by the way.
But it's not the type that needs.
So I'm not going to be able to do any damage to it that way.
Yeah. So you we'll skip. Well, no, roll, because if you critically hit, you might bypass the DR. No. So you fly up, you take your double barrel, you shoot, and those bullets crumple against its fur. Dexter.
Vex score, used that already. Let me double check. He's in reach, so he's going to try to claw him.
All right. He's going to try and claw her.
Her, twice.
That does not hit. Nor does that.
And that is all.
Hexer.
Hector will try casting Hold Monster. Will
right.
save. Failure. Paralyzed.
Ooh. So here's the big question. Ooh, that's actually very bad for Darius. Big sister's in trouble. Does take it 112 is shooting at 127 again? That'll hit.
That's a crit threat.
Ooh. Does not confirm. Okay, this consort is beginning to give a damn now. So we go to 116.
Little air starting to go ouch, ouch.
No. And 67.
That one.
246 is going to see Darius seize up. And this is not one of the ones who has that. Those were all on the first floor. Okay. I should have maybe spread them out more evenly. It's going to grab Darius and attempt to run, provoking an attack from Vexor.
Vexor will take it. Oh, he had 3 attacks. Oops.
That will hit.
Oh, bite. Just eats his head.
The consort is not down. The consort gets to make a fortitude save to see if she gets to make her move. She does not. Darius is still there. Fortunately for Darius, she may have a way out.
She gets to attempt a new save each round. It's a full round action.
She may have a way out before then. The GM needs to double check. Whether or not this will have a spell-like ability has no somatic components. Darius vanishes.
Is she invisible?
I'm sorry?
They can see invisible if she's invisible.
They cannot see her.
Teleport, though.
That's right. Oh shit. She can't. That's right. That. But, okay. So Darius knows what they are. Darius isn't going to do an invisible. Darius is there. Darius can do that. So this is what Darius is going to do. Darius is going to spell-like ability dispel magic on herself. 32 will do that.
Yep.
And Darius will take the attacks of opportunity from the skeleton, from Vexor, and Dern. There's a ledge along the sides.
Ah.
That's as far as Darius will be able to go.
I'll use my sword.
So, hit, not hit.
Lord Philophagon can do it too?
Yes. Hit. So Vexor will automatically pass damage reduction.
And Lord Flux is force damage.
That will bypass the damage reduction. That's as far as Darius can go. As 217 is like, wait for me, wait! And shoots at Vexor before attempting to run.
Nope.
Can go that far. Provokes an attack from the skeleton.
Oh, so he didn't move up more. That would have provoked an attack up to Fluff.
Wait, watch.
Razor. Razor cannot see 127 from there. Now Razor can see everyone.
Yeah, I can't do anything there.
Gorin is still running. Dern.
Uh, Fire stream with the acid magic.
Okay. Not immune to acid.
It makes a reflex save.
Does she make a reflex save? Actually, not too unreasonable.
Yes, she's taking half of the 2d6 acid damage.
Hexer and Vexer can use their dimension door here. They can.
Yes, they can. They can now, yes.
Before that, can I use my resonance to terrain out to take myself?
No, because you would have had to say it before that.
Damn.
Or Flufferkins.
Hey, Lord Fluffer. What happens if Lord Flufferkins moves when I'm holding my beam?
Your beam is done.
No, it's concentration.
It's done for the round. We'll deal with it again next round. We're not going to do that bullshit. No.
He's going to fly into bite.
Okay. Vexer.
Dimension door at will?
At will. This is the boundary, so your problem here is you can't dimension door into spaces other people are. Okay. Yep.
Darren, will you let me move through your space?
Yeah.
But you can't stop there to make the attack.
No. Can I move ahead of them to here?
Vexer cannot leave the building.
Fuck.
Yeah.
If you arrive in a place that's already occupied by a solid body, you and each creature traveling with you takes 1d6 points of damage and are shunted into a random space. Open space and on a suitable surface within 100 feet.
If you're there, just remind you, you have 10-foot reach. Vexer can hit from there.
Oh, okay. Then full run, then attack.
Yeah.
Just punching over Dern's head.
Yeah. Fight claw.
It's not a full round attack, but it is because it's a move for the spell, but yeah.
Bite.
Okay. No. Yes, unfortunately, no. Hexer.
Move up here. Slow. On Darius. Okay, I make it. I tried.
I'm gonna figure those skeletons are out of this. As Darius is going to run and provoke attacks from everyone. And by run, I mean leisurely get outside of that boundary. Hit.
I assume if I attack, I lose concentration on the beam.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hit.
But mine is only magic. So it might not go through the damage reduction.
Okay. Floppergins. No.
That's my damage. This is log off attack. No hit.
Razor. Razor, you can see the dog. Actually, excuse me. The Razor does not attack before the dog is outside of that and can finally plane shift. So, Razor, you get around right into position just in time for it to go away.
Is that kind of casting a spell, though? Or being a spell?
I'm sorry?
Razor can immediate action dispel magic.
All right. Immediate action dispel magic, Razor. Actually, no, it's not a spell. It's a spell-like ability.
That's what I was wondering if you could or not.
It's a spell-like ability. Yeah. That's why she was able to do it when she was paralyzed. So, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We just spent an hour and a half to play 1 minute of real time.
It was a long fight.
As we still hear Goran screaming down the halls.
Yes. So we take a breath and move into RP mode. So what does everyone want to do now that those are gone?
Darren will be flying down to the first floor just to check to see if there's any more stragglers left.
When you get to the first floor, you see Artifice. And you see the remains of an elf. The skin is... Artifice is busily peeling off the skin strip by strip. The top of the elf's head has been removed. And as you come down, Artifice looks up and goes, "Thou servant hath created a hat."
Is Artifice wearing the top of the skull on his head?
Yes. And returns to slowly peeling off the skin in very precise 1/2 centimeter long strips. One continuous strip.
Okay then. I'm gonna go, I noticed that the trap, I would have noticed that the trap was set up, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go check the cells.
Okay, let's make their fortitude saves real quick. I'm just gonna give one each because, yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're both alive.
There are 2 unconscious and living elves in I-23.
This is useful. We have more food for us. And then I will go to check to see if the sister is still there.
Which one is what?
I would go check to see if Sister Marta is still there.
She is still there.
Good.
Oof. And then you're just gonna let Goran scream in a corner?
That'll be fine.
Goran, you eventually come to your senses. Did Razor let Goran scream in the corner all alone?
It's very entertaining, he said.
Okay. So yeah, Goran, you come to. As you calm down, what do you do?
What happened? Where's that fucking dog?
Does anyone answer Goran?
I was about to be a dork and make a movie reference. I shot him 6 times!
Does Dern inform Goran that it did nothing?
I shot at it, it did nothing, and it fled.
I could have made your weapons imbued with the power of Asmodeus himself.
But you didn't, did you, Mr. Squidward?
That angel lady didn't hold up too well against the wraiths and my tentacles.
They were doing negative energy damage, to be fair.
Well, no, I could have made your weapon evil.
Yes. It's just you couldn't, because you were feared for 12 rounds.
Yep.
Well,
of which we only got 7.
the Leyland is dead.
The Leyland is dead. A lot of the consorts are dead. The 2 moon dogs are on the run.
But they're not dead.
They're not dead, but I'm pretty sure at least Bethana was pretty injured.
I do need to be getting ready for bed soon.
Yes.
Because I have to wake up. I'm still trying to keep to my schedule.
I think we're going to go ahead and start pulling things to a wrap. Unfortunately, this conflict would have spread the experience amongst like all parties involved. So there was not an effect there. But thus begins week 6. Next time, well, actually, I think we can. Do I already have those prepped? I should. Do I not? Did I seriously not prep those? Like an absolute goober. Ah, I see. I see. Yes. So as you're getting calmed down, a boggard waddles its way up to the 2nd floor, looking, and in boggard says something before waddling its way around the thing to hand a little note to Gordon.
Hey.
And it is written in the hand of Peyton, who is down visiting his pet Hydra. Odd flowers growing in front of the cave.
Oh.
Joy.
So, next time, flowers.
Next time, fireball the flowers.
Hey, we might be able to use them.
They might be evil. And by evil, I mean good. Which is evil to us.
Apparently, sometime during that whole thing, El Orphan Toucher went to sleep. So, yeah.
He went to go to sleep with those orphans.
We don't know any pronoun-y thing or anything. Questions, comments, concerns.
Good session. Good job, everyone.
We did it. Artifice is battle.
It became a hentai.
How hard was that CR? I'm really curious how high it was.
I didn't calculate it.
Artifice is badass as fuck.
It says... The worst case scenario with these nocturnal beasts is if the Leyland survives, because the moon dogs and Leyland will gladly ally. Together, 2 CR9 moon dogs, a CR7 Leyland, plus her surviving consorts create an incredibly powerful force for good. It is best to slay them quickly before they have a chance at cooperation.
Jesus, there's CR9?
Yeah. So you remember when you said you hurt her a lot? No.
Yeah.
You didn't. They're very hit and run.
How much HP do they have?
Have fun.
She took like 40 damage.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
They're, next time, not you guys, you 3 are like, nope, we're done with this. But, yeah, so next time, probably gonna see more of these bitches.
You know what I just realized, Tom?
Yes.
I just realized our T-Fist is going to fuck Meadow up. His bombs are touch attacks.
Oh.
And it's not magic.
Yeah, we're teaching Arm Banish. These outsiders, you are learning Banish, and I will happily pay the money to get the scroll so we can put it in your spell book.
Yes, please. That's our job for next week.
We're going into town specifically to find someone who has these. If we can find a scroll of banish. Or lesser one.
What is leave?
GTFO.
I just love these moondogs.
See you guys later.
It's great. Bye.
See you.
I just love these moondogs.
Those moondogs are assholes. And it's really hard because Artifice has. I'm assuming they're immune to acid. They're immune to cold, electric, and fire.
Nope, just cold and electric.
Oh. So Artifice has a 50-50 shot of damaging them with his bombs.
Yep.
Of which I would note there is no say of how limit his bombs are.
No.
So does that mean he has unlimited bomb?
Yeah.
Artifice is badass.
He forges those bombs from his own elemental soul essence.
Artifice is a badass.
Yeah. Artifice is a badass. Balanced out by behaviors.
Yes. And Lord Flufferkins can heal him. He has mending touch.
That was great, though.
Yes.
I feel like I did make a slight potential error by having them split up between the three edges. But I'm like, okay, what would they do? They would hope that they could get in the one that you had least defended and do some damage.
But they know they were all well defended.
Yeah. The weakest one was floor 2.
Yeah. The weakest one was floor 2 that has 2 demons and Goran.
Well, then, I mean, if Goran had failed that perception check, they probably would have gotten in a little ways.
Yes. I think strongest floor is probably floor 1 with Artifice. Or floor 3 with Ezra.
That's it was a fight, boy.
It was fun.
That was like 50 combatants, 60 combatants, something at the start. Oof.
It was big.
Note to self, let's avoid 50 plus combatant fights in the future.
Yeah. Let's avoid massive scale army battle.
Well, I mean, unless we're at the point where we can start actually doing, like, troop rules.
Yeah. Although if they had it all stacked up together, that would have been both good and bad for them. Because it means all their power is in one spot, but it also means they're all in one spot, and that's fireballing range.
Oof. Yeah.
Oof indeed.
Oof indeed. Oof indeed. Who actually took more damage? Beth took 5 more damage than Darius.
That's quite a beating.
Beth had a lot of, but the thing is, Artifice had a great deal of trouble getting through her DR.
Yeah.
So, Artifice was consistently dealing far less damage than it looked like Artifice was dealing. Whereas Darius was taking pretty much all that damage.
I need to have some way to bypass their DR. I need to find some way for that.
The way is Goran doesn't run away screaming.
The way is Goran enchants my gun.
Yeah.
The way is next time I imbue 2 fireballs onto my gun.
Imbue shocking grasp.
Imbue fireball.
That is definitely a thing.
Shoots 2 fireballs centered on the target.
Well, and in other news, all the mooks are dead. It'll probably be a little bit before they come back. They have to re-administer and consider what they're going to be doing.
Yeah. They have to really consider their assault next time.
And they're like, okay, what do we know? Not the third floor. They don't know the third. Oh, God. They don't know the third floor.
Oh, yeah, they didn't get into the third floor at all. And they didn't even get to the first floor all that deep either.
Nope.
They only got to the main hallway, and then Artifice was like, I am rock.
They know alarms. They know the route to the Asmodean temple.
They know Artifice.
And they know that there are arrow slits. And they know that nothing returned alive from the assault on the third floor.
Oh yeah, nothing. Everything got destroyed.
I suppose I should put the consort stats in there for when Tom makes skeletons out of them. Because, yeah, Tom has that capability. And the consort's stats aren't going to be needed anymore.
Well, because they're under the Leyland.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to be not organized at all.
So.
With their leader dead. I have some pretty good single target damage once a fight.
So the consorts actually brought quarterstaff bows. Which is something I made up in the middle of that fight so they could train back and forth. And now you have access to them. They are composite longbows that are also quarterstaffs. I made them.
They could just have the empty quiver feet.
Yeah. They also have some of that stuff. Why is Twitter not working? I don't know. Thank you for watching. I have been The Kit. This has been Satanic Scalies. Everything is horrible because the evil keep winning. Next time we continue week 5 of how many weeks?
Isn't it like a couple months?
Yeah. I hope we can average more than 1 week every 2 weeks.
It depends on how much encounters you have.
It depends on how much this bullshit swings. I can see why people were like, this can get very grindy.